Let me ask you this. Did you know that there was surveillance footage in the apartment?
Let's say that person decides to talk rather than wait and get caught.
Okay, I will tell you there was surveillance footage in the apartment. You are on the surveillance footage. Do you realize that? I'm not you.
These two are Neil Prince and Anthony Brown. Both of them are suspected of something horrible. But what neither of them know is that the whole thing was caught on camera. But getting that footage will be a feat of its own.
I'm asking you to hand me a laptop. I'm not asking you to snitch on the whole city. You don't have a choice. Because what are the options? The option is you make it right now. Or the option is you don't make it right, I find that on my own, and then you look.
Okay, that's you. Wearing a dead man's necklace and a dead man's shoe. Tell me about that.
On the night of December 14th, 2017, police in Lansing, Michigan were called to the Bayview Apartments, a quiet complex near the edge of town that rarely made headlines. Inside one of the upstairs units, officers found 29-year-old Donovan Lou Barfield dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Neighbors said they heard arguing, then silence. No one saw the shooters leave, but a few mentioned a car speeding out of the lot moments later. Barfield was known around Lansing, familiar with the dice games that often turned friendly bets into something darker. But what the detectives didn't yet know was that this wouldn't stay a simple homicide for long. Evidence from that apartment, some of it digital, some of it hidden in plain sight, would soon point them toward two young men whose stories never quite lined up. Over the next few weeks, detectives would follow every rumor, chase every lead, and discover that one of the key witnesses was lying by omission. As the walls closed in, the first suspect walked into the station.
I guess, Anthony, first of all, we don't really have, we just know your name is Anthony Brown, so you're telling us, we don't really know you. Could you give my partner your info, your full name?
Do you have your ID or anything that has your face on it?
Yes.
Okay, dear, thank you. Go ahead. I spoke with Anthony briefly before we came in. He said he likes to go by Anthony. So.
Oh, okay. You do. Are you from Lansing?
No.
Oh, where are you from?
Illinois, Rockford.
Rockford, Illinois? Okay, how long have you been up here?
I've been up here since I was 6. I'm 21.
Okay. So you've been up here for a while.
Yeah, basically raised here.
Who you living with?
My mom, my sister.
Anthony came here on his own accord and contacted the police himself after hearing that his name was being mentioned by police.
So what I want you to do is I'd like you to tell me about you remember the day that this happened, right? The night that you were supposed to play dice or whatever? So like Thursday night or Friday?
Yeah, Thursday. I had just actually left from up here. I play basketball up here every Thursday. So I had left from up here. Me, my mom, my sister, we went and got food. And then I got picked up and went over there. And then she went and got me. And then when they came back, they were sitting there drinking and stuff. They ended up coming over. And then they like, find some dice. So they were supposed to be shooting dice. Couldn't find no dice, so they like, we can just leave. And his girlfriend came and picked them up. And then about an hour later, I called my mom. My mom wasn't answering, so I had my sister come pick me up.
What time is this?
What time did I get picked up? I got picked up around like 4:30.
Okay. So did you text your mom or your sister and tell her to pick you up?
No, I had.
And she picked you up around 4?
4:30, yeah.
4:30. Okay. From Leanders?
Yes.
All right.
Lou liked to gamble, but that night he wasn't just rolling dice. He was gambling with his life, and he didn't even know the stakes.
How much cash did you have? You were ready to play dice. How much cash did you have?
I had about $45.
$45? Okay. How much did Lou have on him?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Have you ever played dice with Lou before?
Yeah.
All right. He's usually a high roller? Yeah.
They probably like, they shoot dice when they shoot dice, I had just got out of jail like a couple months ago, so I haven't been able to get a job or nothing.
Sure.
So like I just been having pocket change whenever like my mom would let me get money, and I have a girlfriend that works in Jackson.
Yeah.
So she come down on the weekends. So like she would cash at me money every now and then. So like I really just try to save or help my mom with bills as much as I can.
Right.
So that's what I would do. I would shoot dice, try to get some money to help out with her.
Okay. What's the most you've ever seen Lou with? Big old stack?
I'm not. He probably had about a couple $100 on it.
Okay. That's kind of typical, normal.
Yeah.
Right. And then how long did it take you guys to figure out we don't have any dice here?
Lou wasn't broke that night, not by a long shot. Friends said he usually carried cash when he played, sometimes a few thousand. But exactly how much he had before he died is still up for debate. We'll soon find out. It might have been a lot more than anyone first admitted.
This is one where I want to warn you before I ask the question, okay? This is a homicide investigation, okay? Excuse me. This is a homicide investigation, and I just want to make sure nobody gets themselves in trouble when they really don't need to be, okay? So it could be something as simple as, say, you tell me that I was driving a gold car last night when it was actually brown or red or whatever. Whatever it is, something simple, but just not true. We later go back, find out it's not true. You lied during the course of a homicide investigation, not good. Okay, so I want to throw that out there. No matter how small it is, it could be a big deal if you lie about it. Okay. Now, having said that, have you heard what happened after the fact? Have you heard rumors of any kind?
No, I just saw it all on Facebook, and then I saw everybody like tagging him into it, like rest in peace, Lou, stuff like that.
Okay. Nobody told you, hey, I heard this person did it, I heard that person did it. Nobody says, I heard it was over dope or money or a girl or nothing like that. If you had to guess, would you say it's Lansing people or Detroit people that did this?
I'd probably say Lansing, just because like he was cool here. Yeah. I don't know what he had going on in Detroit, because he like I never saw him leave like Lansing. Yeah. He always was here. He shot dice a lot, like so. He could have probably shot dice with the wrong person and probably set him up, anything.
Did he flash money?
He flashed money like let's say if he got drunk or was at a show, like because he got friends that like rap and stuff, so he'd be with them. They're from Detroit, so I don't know if like he flashed money around other people or not. So.
But you seen him do it when he get drunk?
Yeah, but he wasn't like a heavy drinker. He was just like sipping and stuff.
Okay. So most likely Lansing people.
Lou's affiliations would later be revealed by a friend who talked to detectives a few months later.
A gang, but not a gang. It was a rapping gang.
What's the name of that?
I think it's called 42 or something like that. So I was going down the
like 42 Dubs or 42 Dubs or what is it?
42 is Lou got some money, but it's just he didn't have no money on him. Like he was investing in houses, all types of weird stuff. Like he a business type man. Like he older than us. I'm only 22. He 27, 28. So he never gonna tell you, what he doing with his business or what's going on. But everybody down here, like he'd do stuff like he'd take $2,000-3,000 to a dice game. But in Lansing, to them, that's a lot of money.
Right.
But when I'm in Detroit with Barfield and Doug, the dude who just got signed, we had dice games with people who got $100,000, $200,000, $400,000. So y'all down here killing and trying to kill somebody for $2,000 or $3,000, and y'all ain't even because they haven't seen no money.
These are details that will matter later, but for now, the detectives are focused in on Anthony Brown.
So most likely Lansing people. And then if you had to guess, would you say if it's over dope or money or girls or a different kind of beef? What would you say?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Okay. All right.
Did you talk to anybody when you left yourself?
When my sister came at me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anybody tried calling you, anything like that? Okay. And your phone wouldn't reflect anything like that? Okay. And then, do you drive at all?
No. My license are suspended.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people's licenses suspended. Do you drive at all? I mean, you drive a car, access to a car, your sister?
We don't
I mean,
care.
like, I'm not trying to trip you up on, oh, you were in a car. I really don't care. Okay. But, your sister's car, your mom's car, is it anybody in the house have a car?
Yes, my mom.
Okay. Does your sister have one too, or no?
No.
Okay. What's your mom's car?
She just got this. I don't know how to.
Like, how long ago did she get it? Like a month ago, a week ago?
Kind of like 2-3 months ago. It's
okay.
It's a Fiat.
They get back to the dice story, and Brown denies ever going to Lou's house.
How many times have you shot dice with Lou before? If you had to guess.
We shot dice. I don't shoot dice with him because I know how good he is. So I would say.
Would you say out of the group he's the best?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many times did you guess?
About 4 or 5.
Okay, and where do you guys usually shoot dice at?
We shot dice at I don't know if they got the same name. Augie's on Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So we shot dice in there one time at a party.
Mm-hmm. I can't think of it right now. I know what you're talking about, though.
It's a different name for it.
The
I think.
I'm sorry.
I think they turned it into a studio now.
Mm-hmm.
What about Lou's house? Have you ever shot dice at Lou's?
No, I don't know where he lived.
You never been to Lou's house at all?
No, he had moved. Before I had went to jail, I had knew that he had lived on the north side or something with some friends.
That being said, and you said you've never been there before, you were not going to find your fingerprints in his house or any DNA or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Did you know where he lived or about where he lived or anything?
No.
And then you said you went to jail. When did you go to jail? What was your time frame there?
I did about 2.5 months, close to 3.
What did you do that for?
Possession of a firearm and marijuana, scale and stuff.
Okay. And then when did you get out?
June 29th.
Okay. This year then?
Yes.
Okay.
Anthony Brown has done time, and detectives will try to see that he does more. First, Brown will give a story about Lou meeting 2 friends at another location.
So they walked in, and then where did Lou go?
Lou was still sitting there. He talked about grab the dice. He asked me where the dice was.
But he said he had to meet up with those people anyway. He didn't step out for a minute?
Oh, yeah. He stepped outside first, then he came back in.
Okay. How long was he outside for?
Not long. About 4 minutes, if that.
Okay. But no name. I mean, really think about this. He didn't say no, like, names, street names, nothing like that you heard on the phone, like, hey, or did he text somebody or something to say?
No, I think it had to be all text because he wasn't on the phone.
Okay. Is that typical for Lou to send out people to pick up people to get the game going? Nothing like that's ever happened before?
No. Because I mean, he would call around for rides and stuff, but he would, like, have someone else get picked up to come shoot dice with him.
Okay.
Soon, the detectives would stop chasing rumors and drop what they call a hypothetical.
Let me throw out a scenario for you. Not this one, not what we're talking about with Lou and everything. I'm just going to kind of create something new, okay? So you had a situation where it's similar. Guy in an apartment flashes his money, likes to play dice, and some guys that, I don't know how many, some guys that he knows show up, knock on the door. He knows them, he lets them in. Now, all these guys knew he had money, had a plan to take the money, but something happened. Somebody screwed up. Somebody made a mistake. Well, some of the guys that didn't have any type of weapon, they weren't there for that, right? They weren't there for that. The other guy, who might have had a weapon of some sort, screwed up. He didn't tell his boys this was part of the plan. Okay? There's a difference to me. The guy, don't get me wrong, it's still wrong to show up and rob somebody, but there's a huge difference to me in, the guy that was just, hey, I'm going to do a quick cash grab here and get out, and the guy that murdered somebody. Now let's say that person that didn't have a weapon, the person that was there for the ride and didn't kill anybody. Let's say that person decides to talk rather than wait and get caught, right? Let's say they decide to talk. Yeah, we might have to deal with some issues like with an attempted robbery or this or that. Yeah. But at least they're not a murder suspect, right? Am I right there?
Yeah.
Okay. At least they didn't wait until the police figured everything out and then want to say, oh, okay. All right, I'll go. Okay, because then you got no credibility if that person is in that situation. Then they don't have any credibility. But if they want to speak up beforehand, rather than make us figure everything out, yeah, you were a witness to a murder. Yeah, you went to rob somebody, but at least you're not on the hook for murder. Right? Big difference. Big difference. Now, if that scenario means something to you, if it strikes a chord with you, if it makes you think about something, let me know. Okay? Does that mean anything to you? Does it mean anything to you? Okay. How about the person that, hey man, I just shot dice or tried to shoot dice and hang out with that guy last night and he's dead this morning, and then we start hearing whispers, oh, I heard Johnny did it, I heard Bob did it, and then show up and tell the police, I don't know nothing. What about that person? Do you think they should be, hey, you know what? That's not how we do things on the street. We don't snitch. We don't do this. We don't do that. So it's okay that I don't tell the police. Okay. Do you think they should get in trouble?
Yes.
You think they should still get in trouble? Okay. Because what? They're lying during a felony investigation, during a homicide investigation, right? Okay. So I'd be a cop if I didn't ask you. Did you have anything to do with Lou's death?
No.
Okay. Did you hear about anything after the fact? Any rumors? Anything?
No. I just saw everything on Facebook.
Saw everything on Facebook. Okay. Your fingerprints and DNA will not be in his apartment at all because you've never been inside that apartment.
No.
Never been inside.
No.
Okay. And you're willing? Would you be willing to take the polygraph on that?
Yes.
Okay. On those questions, and then what would the results of that be?
Sure. I've never been in.
Okay.
Brown sounds calm, cooperative, like he's got nothing to hide. But his phone tells a different story. Data extracted from his iPhone shows activity near Bayview around the same time Lou was killed. Investigators also recovered text from that night about shooting dice, messages that directly contradicted his claim he stayed home. Every call, ping, and message pushed him closer to the scene.
Now, maybe you want to take a second and look, because I don't want to mistake you forgetting for lying. Okay, I don't want to make that mistake. So maybe you want to take a second and look and see if you had any other communication. Go ahead and take a second. Go ahead.
And my call log doesn't go as back far.
No. Okay. Do you remember what anybody was wearing that night?
No.
We talked about this already?
Yeah, right.
Did you take any photos? You Facebook Live? Did you post any photos from Facebook from that night? Did anybody?
No. I don't think. Well, no, because it's not like a celebration. Like everybody just will be there trying to like cheer me and Joe brother's mom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cheer him up.
Yeah.
Do you know who else Lou hung out or played dice with besides you guys?
I mean, everybody in Lansing knew Lou just because he likes to shoot dice. So
He's famous in Lansing for shooting dice, would you say?
yeah.
Other people that you guys have played with, though, that you know?
No, they will always go out like to like Chandler's or Can't remember what else is right there. The rocks, stuff like that. They will always go out there and shoot dice.
Where's that at?
Out in East Lansing.
Once again, the conversation swings back to dice and who could have wanted to kill Lou.
No, when they would go shoot dice, they would go like, cause it's, I guess they know people from Detroit that lives out in Chandler's and the Rocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They even know a couple of MSU football players that they used to bring to the Andrew house to shoot dice. But I didn't really, I didn't hang around them enough to like know who they were.
Who do you think would have did this?
Probably someone who wanted him or his money, something.
Him or his money? Did he do something? Is he known for doing something dirty out there?
No, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Just what happened because he flashed some money while he was playing dice.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him with guns before, Lou?
No.
Never?
Anybody out there in Lansing? Anybody in Lansing had the reputation for okay, they went and played dice and then they went and robbed somebody? Anybody have that reputation for robbing after a dice game?
No, not that I know of. I would, cause my mom, she would know I would go shoot dice. Like sometimes she would give me like $100 to shoot dice, but she would always tell me like, don't shoot dice with people you don't know, cause you never know the outcome. If you take all their money, then don't shoot dice with people you don't know. So that's like really the reason I never go with them. And then they would always talk about how when they went to the Chandler's and stuff, it was always they was going with Detroit guys, and I'm like,
So the only people you shoot dice with then is Leandrew and Lou and
I shoot dice.
Terry?
Yeah. And I shoot dice with like my friends.
Detectives widen the net. Friends, cousins, anyone with ties between Lansing and Detroit. In this circle, everyone knows someone who hustles, and everyone swears they weren't there. The detectives will ask Brown something that will come back to bite him later.
Something I want to ask you. With him, we'd like to ask your permission to have your phone forensically examined. We can do it right now. Have it back to you in a half hour. So I'll let you know we're not worried about a little bit of weed. We're not worried about anything except the homicide right now. Okay. But we just like your permission to do that. We just look it up, download it real quick, and be done with it. Have it right back to you.
All right.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Anytime we do anything like this, we read a consent form to you, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And I'm gonna pull out your spelling of your name again.
Would you have a guess as to, like, just not even based on anything, but would you guess? Is there anybody specific you have in mind that would have done this in Lansing?
Yeah, like he really. When I was around him, he really had like no beef, no nothing. Like he was just a cool guy. If he shot dice, if he did lose his money, he'd go, okay, I can bounce back, make that right back, stuff like that.
Win next time. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. It really just, it's narrowing down for me. The only motivation here is the cash you have, is why I think this happened. I don't know if you agree.
I probably would say
yeah. The other thing I'm kind of noting in my head right now is that not a lot of people knew Lou. Lou didn't know a lot of people in Lansing. Just people who shot dice with him, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Did a lot of people know him?
I wouldn't say it was a lot, but like a lot of people that, well, yeah, everybody that shot dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then even more so, of the people that shot dice, how many people he knew that he moved to the south side? Right? Probably not many, right? Had to be somebody he knew. Especially, had to be somebody he knew. Otherwise, why would he let him into their apartment? I'm just thinking out loud here. Now, I'm sure you've been to other parties where maybe there's that type of person that you don't want to shoot dice against. And you just kind of stood back and watched rather than getting involved there. Who's the scariest person around that you know shoots dice? Who's the guy that, oh man, there's no telling what he'd do, that you know shoots dice?
Like what? Like, I don't know what you mean. just like not going to shoot, like just because like what?
Like he carries guns. Like this guy, like Johnny Boy carries guns. I ain't gonna shoot dice against him. John's known for being crazy. I'm not shooting dice against him. Who's that guy in Lansing?
I wouldn't say I saw nobody like that because everybody, like I said, I don't want to be around nobody. Like if I do take their money, then they try to pull a gun out on me. So I really, everybody I was around, everybody I be around, they don't like carry guns and stuff. Like I used to carry guns myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got charged. with CCW.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm on probation for that. So.
That one's
Yeah.
Earlier on in the interrogation, a crucial detail surfaced.
And did you, when your sister picked you up, did you guys stop at like a McDonald's or do anything afterwards where you might be on camera anywhere?
No.
No?
She took me home. She went to sleep.
Okay.
She bought 5 months pregnant, so she didn't really be out all night anyways.
Okay. Any surveillance cameras in your house or anything that caught you on video?
I don't know if we have cameras in our apartment buildings, but
Detectives mention cameras and McDonald's for a reason, because they've already been tipped off by a neighbor the day of the murder.
His girlfriend just called. His kid's mother had a call from a young lady down there.
Okay.
And she said that one of the guys, she called her, she said one of her friends, a guy called her and said, pick me up from a barbershop or whatever. And he got in the car and said, Lou gone. So the girl said, what you mean? Said somebody killed her. So if it's not forced entry, I know he lived there with a guy.
Yeah.
He lived there with him.
Yep. And that's what we're in the process of trying to piece that all together.
Detectives eventually traced the car seen near the scene to the girlfriend of a man named Neil Prince. His name has already floated around Lansing's rumor mill, one of those faces that keeps popping up in the background. When police run his record, they find he's already sitting in custody on another charge, so they don't have to look far to bring him in. Now, it's his turn under the light.
Hey, Mr. Prince. How are you, sir? My name is Mike Williams. I'm a detective for the police department. I'm going to go ahead and sit up for it. I'm going to fix this chair so you can sit down. I'd like to take those cups off you. Would be any issues if I take them off? No. Okay.
What do you go by? What's your name?
Yeah.
Neil, would you like me to call you Neil? All right. Neil, I'm Tristan Ronick. I'm a detective with the City of Lansing Police Department.
You know why we're sitting here talking to you? No. Do you have any idea at all?
No. And they came to my door. They busted in.
We're here to talk to you about a homicide, okay? That's what we want to speak with you about. Knowing what we're here to talk to you about, does that jog your memory at all? Any idea what we're talking about? No. Okay. We want to speak to you about a homicide that occurred over on Bayview on December 14th, specifically. Okay? Understand that we did not come to your house, and we're not talking to you by, it's not just random, just didn't pick your name out of a hat. We have information available to us that we think that you have some knowledge about that incident that you can share with us. Okay?
Okay.
We want to get your side of the story. Everybody has a side of the story. We want to hear what you know about the situation, what went on that night. Details like that as far as what occurred. Where do you think would be appropriate to start?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know.
Neil Prince's name doesn't come out of nowhere. He and Anthony Brown moved through the same tight Lansing circle. Dice games, mutual friends, and late-night hangouts where Lou Barfield's name was well known. It's not clear how close they are, but close enough for detectives to start connecting dots.
You said you were born and raised in Lansing, right? So you're pretty familiar with the city? Like, where have you spent most of your time growing up?
Baker on the east side.
East side. You have any friends that live over, do you know where Bayview is?
No.
Okay. Do you have any friends that live over there? Bayview is up, you know where the Homes and Weirville is, right?
On the south side, actually?
Yeah, southwest side, Homes and Weirville. Harbor Point, a lot of people know where AP is. You know where that is?
That's the one by Waverly Park.
Sheffield and Waverly. It's not too, it's a little north of Waverly Park. Sheffield and Waverly, Homes and Waverly.
Yeah, I don't know where you park at.
You have any friends over in that area where Homes and Waverly is?
No.
Okay. When's the last time you were over in that area, the southwest side?
When we used to live over there.
When was that?
This was like in the summer. It was like,
And so recently, within the last month, you haven't been over there.
you know,
Visit a friend over there?
you know.
Bayview is the apartment complex where the crime took place. Soon, detectives will get serious.
Here's the deal. This homicide occurred on Bayview in an apartment over there. And that's over near the Homes and Waverly area. We know that you were over there. You were seen over there, and you were also on video over there.
Why would that show up?
I will tell you watch the video, that's not me. I'm gonna tell you watch the video.
It is you. And like I said, the person saw you over there. That knows, somebody that knows and recognizes you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the wrong person.
So what we want to do here, listen to me, it's not the wrong person, but what we want to do here is, one, we can't put words in your mouth. So I can't give you possible scenarios that occurred, but everybody has a story, every situation has a story. We know something happened over there. We know you were there. What we need you to do now is tell us the circumstances which occurred, because there are a lot of circumstances that can explain why situations occurred. But like I said, I can't put words in your mouth. It's got to come from you. So knowing that, and I know you don't know me from Eve, but I'm not BSing you. We didn't pick your name or your apartment at random tonight. We're not talking to you just for no reason at all. We're talking to you because the stuff that I'm telling you is the truth. So what we need you to do, take a deep breath, explain to us what happened that night over at the apartment on Bayview.
What you told me, that's not news. You watch the video, whoever said that wrong me. I don't know me. I don't know me.
Okay. Like I said, let me ask you this. Did you know that there was surveillance footage in the apartment? Did you know that there was surveillance footage in the apartment? Yes or no?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, I will tell you there was surveillance footage in the apartment. You are on the surveillance footage. Do you realize that? I'm not shouldn't you? So that I'm giving you an opportunity to tell us what happened.
No. That's not me. So, you watch the video or something.
Okay. So knowing that you're over there on video, somebody has identified you.
What neither Brown nor Prince knew during their interviews was that Lou's roommate, Joe Woods, had a computer running a motion-activated webcam. The footage showed 3 people moving through the apartment, ransacking Lou's room while the camera silently recorded every second. On the day of the murder, Woods talks to detectives at the station, and he provides key details for their case.
Okay. Now tell me about the buzzer box outside.
Okay.
When was the last time you were home the night before, right?
That's how I know somebody did. Somebody he knows, because the only way you can get in the door is if somebody buzz you in the door. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a metal box. If y'all go over there and look, it's like lifted up. Like somebody was like, I don't know, trying to drag it or maybe or mess with it.
Have you ever seen it?
I just never seen it like that. So that's something I just remembered.
Okay.
When I
Never
walked
seen it
up.
like that before. All right. Then you go up and
I go
just
up
push the
stairs.
key in.
As soon as I stick the key in, the door just opened.
So it wasn't even latched?
It wasn't even closed all the way,
Yeah.
basically. So as soon as I stuck the key, it just opened.
Okay.
So I just walked in.
Okay. You walk in the apartment, and where do you go?
I closed the door. As soon as I closed the door, I looked to the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And I just see everything through everywhere. So I walked up in the kitchen a little bit. Walk out to the back into the living room like Lou, screaming out his name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing if he's in there. I'm like, it looked like somebody, tried to rob. Ransack the crib. So
Okay.
I'm thinking somebody in here still or what? Because the door is open.
Okay.
But I ain't getting no answer. So I kind of like walked by the couch and he was like under the mattress.
Did you go in the bedroom or anything?
No,
First,
I wasn't.
you stayed in the main area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you walked over. was there a part of him sticking out of it?
It was like
Out from underneath?
it was like I just walked just enough, like by the love sofa, the long one, just and I seen it. I seen like a little bit of blood like splattered on the wall and shit. So
Gotcha. Now again, in what position was? I know this is tough to talk about a friend like this.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
Right. It's tough to talk about a friend like this, but
He was just
believe it or not, it helps us. Is he laying on his back? Is
he was
laying on his
laying on
side?
his stomach.
Okay. So, and I mean, I'm asking what you might think are stupid questions, but I'm just trying to make sure.
No, you're just trying to get it.
Right.
Enough information.
So if he's laying on his stomach, do you lean over to look at his face? How do you know it's him?
How I know it's Lou?
Yeah.
I just know how he built. He's a little chubby up top.
Okay.
But I just know, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I know his body built.
Gotcha.
And I looked over, I couldn't even tell where he was shot at. So I just touched his neck, tried to see if he was breathing, but it was hard. Like he'd been sitting there for a minute.
Okay.
So I touched his arm, I touched him a little bit.
Okay. Gotcha.
At the scene, detectives found Lou Barfield dead inside his apartment. He'd been shot 5 times, 3 rounds to the body, 2 to the head. No signs of forced entry, no struggle that made sense. Whoever came through that door knew him well enough to be let in, and close enough to pull the trigger.
How long have you known Lou?
Since like 2013, 14, just for a minute.
How'd you guys meet up?
Through one of my other friends.
What friend was that?
Hooping at the aim high, Buffalo off Lansing Road.
Okay.
That's how I met him. I met him up there. He just was a cool dude, decent dude.
And you said 2014?
2014, 13, around that time.
Okay, so you've known him for a while.
Yeah. And he never had a problem with nobody up here. That's why it's like...
Detectives float a couple of theories.
I have something specific in mind, and I'm not gonna lay it all out for you because I don't, I want to keep the integrity of that investigation. But if he mentioned anything,
I can't really pinpoint nothing like that. He told me like that'll be like, damn, that's probably why he got killed.
You're right.
I have never seen him do anything up here
When he got back in that apartment, he didn't
say nothing to me.
He didn't say nothing to you about anything else that was going on in his life.
Say nothing.
You know anything about his background, his family, anything?
All I know is he just when I was coming, when he would let me go down there with him, he's real what can I say, alert. I know when somebody be into some because I used to be into doing dumb shit when I was growing up, so I kind of figured that's what, he's in the streets. Ain't no telling what he doing, you know what I'm saying, when he go down there. But he never told me nothing that I could say would be a ripple effect for it to be this outcome. Nothing like that.
So he when he came here, when he started living down in Bayview, when he started living in Bayview, you knew him before that, right?
I knew him way before that.
Okay. Did something happen? Not that again, you don't
to make him move up here. He been living here. When I met him, he was living up here.
Is there a specific time he came back from Detroit spooked? Is there a time when how it is out there?
He's like one of them dudes he's just he's hard to read. So he just calm nothing to make me feel like he was acting different or weird, something like that.
Okay.
He wasn't acting no different.
Well, how about this? We all know somebody does something, they either skate down or they lay low, right? Is there a time when he hunkered down in the apartment for a while?
Like I say, it's a routine, just always the same.
Right. Any game connections for
No,
for
not that I know of.
just by himself doing his thing?
Word travels fast in Lansing. Before detectives could even finish processing the scene, the streets were already talking. Posts, messages, everyone seemed to know something, or claimed they did.
On a completely separate note, people talk in the city, like you said, it's Lansing. It's a small town. People
I've been here long enough to know, like, when some shit like this happened,
You know, when's the last?
it's gonna spread like fire.
Right. And speaking of that, when's the last time something like this happened?
My best friend got killed.
No, not to you, in the city. Tuesday? You hear that on the news?
About, that's like one of my friends' mom, too. You talking about the person? Oh, you talking about in the garden?
The Carter.
Yep.
That's what you talking about?
Is that
I went to school
Yep.
with him.
Washington? You heard about that?
Yeah, I went to
You went to school
with
with him?
Great, man.
You hear anything else about that? You think somebody might not be telling us?
Nothing like that.
Okay.
I just seen it all over Facebook, people talking about that.
All right.
But during his first interview, Woods excludes a very important piece of information: the surveillance footage on his computer. Woods tried to hide his surveillance footage, taking it to a friend's house, not wanting to snitch on a dubious ring of people that could get him in trouble on the streets. That friend will tell detectives, who aren't very pleased when they bring Woods back in for another round of questions.
All right, man. So here we are again. Not the circumstances I wanted to be meeting under again, but here we are. Let me just throw this up there. It's, in my eyes, it's not too late for you to still be considered a cooperative witness. So, hold on. You're here again, same circumstances. I'm here of your own free will. You don't have to speak with us, but I'm here to tell you either. Okay, here it is. If I don't get that laptop, you're going to be arrested for obstruction. Felony. Okay? That's it. All right? That's your boy.
Well,
That's your man.
Got me in the middle. I'm the one getting death threats. I ain't did nothing.
At least tell me this, okay?
Like,
At least tell me this. For God's sakes, you didn't delete it, did you? You didn't delete it, did you? Please tell me you didn't. You didn't delete that shit, right?
I don't want to be in this situation.
It's way too late for that. It's way too late for that. We're here. You did not delete that, did you? It exists, right? The video still exists, right? You didn't screw up your man's investigation, did you? You don't have a choice here, man. You're either a cooperative witness or you're an obstructionist. You're either obstructing a murder investigation or you're a cooperative witness. You can make that decision for yourself right now. Is it gone? Am I beating my head against the wall here? That's your boy, okay? You lived with him. You found, you know what? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to find your boy dead in your own apartment, okay? I feel for you here, all right? And I'm not so sure I wouldn't have thoughts of getting my own bit of justice. I'd probably have thoughts too. I know I would. I know I'd have thoughts of getting my own, little bit of street justice, okay? But you haven't passed the point of no return yet. All right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Joe Woods had his own rules about justice, the kind that didn't always involve the police. In Lansing, calling the cops could make you a target, and Woods knew it.
Okay? you're not being fronted as like a snitch or anything. Let the video speak for itself. Let the video speak for itself. That doesn't make you a snitch. It's just video. Let it speak for itself. Okay? Now, okay, just at least tell me this, okay? At least tell me this. We are talking a whole different ball game if you deleted that video. We are talking a whole different ball game. At least tell me you're not in that pile of shit. Okay? At least tell me you're not that far gone. At least tell me there's still a chance. Tell me that much. And then we can talk about it from there. Tell me there's still a chance I can solve that homicide.
The detectives will soon lose their patience.
I'm asking you to hand me a laptop. I'm not asking you to snitch on the whole city. Okay. And what you got to think about right now is not whether or not you want to, or whether or not your name's wrapped up in this, because your name is wrapped up in this. And you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Because what are the options? The option is you make it right now. Or the option is you don't make it right, I find that on my own, and then you look shitty. Or you don't make it right, I never find that video, or it's deleted, and you look even shittier. Buddy, those are the only three options. Those are that's it. Those are the only three options. Seriously, if I'm mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there another option there? You are in this. You are in this. It's what you do now that makes you a man. Just stand up for your boy, for God's sakes. I mean, do you want to carry the responsibility of your boy never getting justice, of his family never getting answers? Do you want to carry the responsibility of that around for the rest? I don't want you to. In fact, I don't even like sitting here and having to raise my voice. It sucks.
Finally, Woods agrees. He calls a friend, and the computer eventually makes it to the station.
All right. Why don't we move the table this way?
Okay.
Like that way, just to make some room here. What's that over there? Good, sir. Sir. There you go. Okay. Don't touch the screen. I'll touch it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me know when you're good to go.
Did you plug it up? Yeah. It's a button on the back left corner. Back left corner. Back bottom left.
Back here?
Yeah, it's on the left side.
Once they figure out how to turn it on, this is what they see.
Alright, I'm gonna play here. I'm gonna make you play. Look. See that bottom one right there with the tape?
Yep.
That's when Blue came in the room first.
Okay.
So click
do these delete after a certain amount of time or no?
I'm not sure. It's really some new stuff I put it on there.
Yeah.
It shouldn't though. No, hold it.
Hold it?
No. Press cancel.
Yeah.
Put your finger on it and hold it. And then let it go. Play in default.
This is low? That was fun. Okay.
Go to that one right there. Do the same thing.
Oh, this is the one I just watched, right?
No, that's the next one.
That's the next one.
I'll go to the next one. Do this one. And that's the one there. And
What's he holding?
change box.
Change box?
Yeah, just
Like quarters and stuff?
and shit.
So this timestamp is obviously not right.
It's on military time, I think. Yeah.
Right,
See
but
the time right there?
Right, but this didn't happen at 10 p.m. at night.
The time might be messed up on the computer.
Right.
Hold on, what is that? 20, 22?
It should be 10 p.m. Okay. Is there any more?
Yeah. Hold on. Right there.
This one?
Yeah. The time is back on that.
Now who's that?
That's, I don't know who that is. Like these dudes, like young dudes, like
Well, that's different than the other two guys, isn't it?
no, he was the one that was in the other video too.
Was it?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay. So we're talking about two guys, not three?
Two. They're the only ones that we see on the screen at least. Somebody had to be at least in there with him. And the other one.
So you think there's a third person in the room with it?
It's gotta be. If they in here. If they in the room, where is he at? You know?
Right.
Who's with him?
If I just X out of this and just close it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast forward to January, and officers confront Neil Prince with yet more evidence that he will have an impossible time trying to explain away.
There's certain items in the apartment tonight that we found that came from that apartment. Do you understand that you know what? Do you understand that we're not BSing?
I'm being for real, but
This is your opportunity. I don't know how else to make that clear. I can't put words in your mouth. I have an idea of probably what occurred and what happened, but I can't sit here and put words in your mouth. This is your opportunity to tell us what went on. We know you weren't the only one there. We know you weren't the only one there. This is your opportunity to tell us what went on. You also understand that this is something similar to like you see on TV. The person who starts talking first, normally things work out best for that person. We're eventually going to talk to the other people that were there. This is your opportunity to tell us what happened.
nothing to tell you. Nothing to tell you.
Neil, do you understand the way DNA works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you understand that we have your DNA on file from another incident, correct? You were wrapped up in some type of burglary. You were arrested for something in the past. Okay. And then they typically take your DNA for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to do is I would like to get your permission to get your DNA today and to eliminate you as one of those people who were in there.
You can't just go down time for my DNA.
It doesn't work that way. It has to be, each time has to be a new swab from that specific person for that crime. You can't just use it from another crime that had occurred. Is that something you're willing to do?
If I leave my fingerprint, I leave.
This isn't a fingerprint. This is a DNA swab.
What is that?
That is where they swab inside your mouth and get your DNA.
Yeah.
Is that something you're willing to do? Okay. That leads me to believe that maybe you've been in that apartment before. Okay, you've never been in anybody's apartment over there?
No.
Okay. then I guess I don't understand why you wouldn't volunteer that.
What's the point?
The point is to eliminate you as a suspect.
You can eliminate me as a suspect if I do it. I'm saying, though, if I do it, can I go? Just,
No, because I'm still missing a huge chunk of what your side of the story is. I mean, just like but listen, Detective Looney already told you, we already know, we have this video, we have people who positively ID you, who've known you.
Can we watch the video together?
Hold on. Okay. That know you, that know who you are, so they put you there. My concern is that I don't know what happened. I don't know if you're being railroaded. I don't know if you're being falsely accused or if you were not the main guy in the group. I don't know. The only person who can tell me that in this room, not me, not him, is you. You're the only person who can help me with that part of the story. I don't know that part of the story, Neil, and I know that you do. And you have to understand, I don't know if it's a man you didn't like. I don't know if you were friends, if something accidentally happened. I do know that this is a man who had a child on the way, has another child who doesn't have a dad. I watched a mother cry over her lost son. These are the things I do know. These are things I know. Okay? And how? But what I'm saying is, you do know, and you're that piece of the puzzle that can help us.
I don't know.
Neil, I know you know.
I'm trying to tell you I don't know.
Okay, and I understand that you're saying that, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth.
Soon, Wood's webcam will reveal something Prince cannot escape.
But Neil, that part of the problem with that is there's too many things that put you there. There's a dead man's property in your apartment that you've only lived in for a couple weeks, you're telling me.
What property?
I'm telling you that there's a dead man's property in your apartment. I'm telling you that I know that someone had put you in that area, and you're telling me that you weren't there. I know you were there, but what I need to know, Neil, is what happened. You're the only one who can help me with that. I need to know what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what property you're talking about.
Okay.
Detectives slide a few photos across the table. Images of a gold chain and a pair of sneakers, identical to the one worn by Lou Barfield before he was killed. Then they show where those same items turned up. On Neil Prince.
What's that?
After my let go.
It goes on let go for 150.
Yeah.
Who'd you get them from?
They don't know. They don't got a picture on them.
How'd you get them?
I bought them.
You had to contact somebody from let go, so who'd you contact?
I don't remember the name. You just go through category that you want. You find it.
Mm-hmm.
When did you buy them on Let Go?
Maybe back in December.
You get in December and December 1.
I do not know.
Explain to me how let go works.
Like, say I want to sell this phone, I'll take a picture of it, put details, whatever you want, and then you just post it.
And how does the person contact you?
Like, you just go through a list, like you can buy cars, clothes, games, whatever, and you go and you click on it, and you just click, I'm interested, or you can text me whatever you want to text me.
So at some point you got to set up a place to meet them. Okay, so you have to have their phone or set up a place to meet them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had this person's phone number?
Yeah.
So how did you set up a place to meet them?
On Let Go.
So the messages would be in Let Go.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you meet this person at?
Downtown.
Where at?
Gas station.
What day?
Would have been after you lived on Capitol or when you lived on Woodlawn?
When I was on Capitol. Because I never got told to meet close to like Blackmore Park, so we met in a public place.
Where'd you meet in the bus station?
Like, you ever been to a bus station?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you go out towards the end, how's the number one's at the end right here, and that little girl right there, right there.
So we'll be able to see on camera exchanging. What did he have the shoes in, or did you just hand them to him?
They came with the shoes.
Okay. So we'll be able to verify that.
No box, no nothing, just shoes.
Remember how we were talking about DNA earlier? Do you know a little bit about DNA? Okay. DNA is something that we all have in our body. It's unique to all of us. Your DNA is different than mine, is different than hers, different than everybody else's. So they can check DNA, and we can find out who's been wearing these. Okay. Well, if the victim's DNA is in there, how do you think that's going to look?
The dude that died?
Mm-hmm. What's that?
That don't leak, I thought what to do.
But see, that's the problem. We can see you in that video, and we can see you grabbing the shoebox. That was the video I've already told you about.
From the dead man's house.
That's the part that I don't think you're understanding. Like, we're not BSing you on the video part. There's video of you grabbing the shoes. Those shoes were found where tonight? In your apartment. There is. I'm not lying to you.
I'm not lying to you.
I'm assuming you hadn't heard about it till we told you.
Do you hear anybody else, anybody you know, talk about a video that you were on in a dead man's house until today? So you never even knew it existed?
No.
This is your opportunity, Neil.
Tell me about that.
I bought it for $20.
Where'd you buy that?
Downtown. If you say you want to buy it, yeah, cheaper than $20.
So same guy sold you the...
No, not the same guy.
How did you get that then?
$20.
So you're scrolling on your Let Go account and you buy it, or you get, and then you say you want to meet there. Is that what you're saying? If I go into your Let Go account, it'll have all this documentation. What's your Let Go account? How do I get into that? Okay, what's the big name? Did you do it through your phone?
No.
How do you? What device did you use to get it? Did you Let Go?
Tablet. That was far. I got the phone.
Where's the tablet at?
Okay. You ever worn this before? You've never worn that before? You ever worn the shoes?
Took a picture.
Took a picture and what? The shoes. But you never worn that?
No. I took that shoe, I took a picture. I ain't wear it because I was waiting to find a chain.
What did the picture look like? What were you wearing in the picture?
Gray pants. I think a black or gray hoodie. And shoes.
Where did you take the picture of?
Outside.
He gave detectives an email not linked to the Let Go account, digging himself in deeper. His social media activity would soon make it worse.
You posted somewhere? Are you sure about that? I don't know if I said this to you earlier, but when we're investigating a homicide, that if you're not truthful to us, that can get you in a lot of trouble too. That's a felony in itself.
Yeah, for real. I never posted it, but
so if I showed you a Facebook photo with you wearing the shoes and the necklace, how would you explain that?
let's see.
Are you pulling that
Yeah, but that's on it.
up? Okay.
There, do you care?
I got the other one. Don't put, yeah,
Okay.
I'll find the other one. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, you can show that.
Okay. Okay, that's you wearing a dead man's necklace and a dead man's shoe. Tell me about that. Okay, now hold up, before you keep speaking. Plug thought shit was sweet. I doubled back and he ain't see shit, or he didn't see a thing. Tell me about that.
That's a song section.
That don't have nothing to do with the dead man. That you went back and got the stuff.
Gang miles.
Okay, what you're not understanding is people saw you there. Okay, There's video surveillance of you inside when this happened. The dead man stuff is inside your apartment. What I don't understand is why this happened, how you know him. These are all the things that only you can help me with. What were there other people there? Did someone coerce you into going in there? I can't feel, like he said, I can't tell your story. Your story is your story, not mine. But there's a lot of stuff stacked against you right now, and things aren't looking good for Neil. Things are looking really bad for Neil. There's a lot of Facebook posts that have been put out there about dead man this and this and this and that, all with your name attached to it and your friends. I need you to help me. Help me figure this out.
I'm trying to help you.
I don't think you are trying to help me. You deny everything. I've let go of fake account. All of a sudden, I don't have a tablet. The tablet's missing. I threw it away. It don't make no sense. Why would you throw all that? That doesn't even make any sense.
If you have a broke phone, are you going to keep it?
No, you said a tablet. You didn't say a broke phone. You said a tablet.
I'm saying in general, like you have something.
But okay, regardless, you have all this stuff stacked against you. Why wouldn't you want to tell why? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want to tell you why you were there?
You think about new shoes and necklace and throwing out, post it and wear it, or even buy it? What sense does that make?
Whose Facebook account is it that you posted that on?
My old one.
Your old one? How come you didn't tell us about that when we asked you if you had another one? How old was it?
I've been an all-star Prince one.
Huh?
I've been an all-star Prince one. I'm not posting that picture.
Okay. So it's really not that old, because you just posted that picture a few days ago. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Remember what I talked to you about lying during a homicide investigation? So you didn't tell us about that other Facebook account. And you said it's an old one, but it's not an old one. It's a few days ago that you posted it on. So it's the one that you're currently using. A few days ago is the one that you're currently using. I don't know if you're getting it yet, but we're not getting it. This is your opportunity to tell us. You're first at the table. The world is yours. We got to hear from you, though. We can't. We know you were there. We know what happened. We don't know why, and we don't know all the circumstances that occurred. I don't know how clear I can make it to you that we know you were there. So you saying that you weren't there, it doesn't matter. We know you were there. So this is your, knowing that, in my head, if I was in your position, I'd be saying, this is my opportunity to explain to them what happened so they can understand that whatever. Like I said, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Your opportunity is in front of you. Don't waste it. Do you realize how big a situation this is for you? Do you realize how bad this could be for you if you don't talk to us and tell us what happened that night? Or this is an opportunity for you right now to explain to us what happened and maybe make it understandable as to what happened that night or why it occurred or something along those lines. This is your opportunity to not make this really bad for you. Talk to us. Tell us what happened that night.
Wearing a dead man's shoes and chain is certainly a bad look, but it's not enough to pin Prince for murder. Another nail will be hammered into the coffin soon enough, though.
You know, we went back and talked about how many times I got to tell y'all. Wasn't there.
But again, we know you're there.
I see correspondence on Facebook with your friends, Chris, John, all these guys back and forth. Don't be talking on the media. Don't do that. So I know that you know more than what you're saying. Okay, I already know that, Neil. I already know that part, but I don't know why. I have no idea why this happened. There could be a logical explanation. You're 18 years old. Really? This is what we're doing at 18?
What?
Not telling our side of the story?
What story is there to tell? Wasn't there? Don't know about no.
You're slouched with your hand on your face right now. I think you're missing the opportunity that's in front of you and the two very distinct ways this situation can go for you. One, I don't know, you're 18 years old. Think about that for a second. Think about what we explained to you. We're investigating a homicide. Think about the opportunity that's in front of you right now. This is not the first time I've sat and talked to somebody in your position. Don't be one of the people that makes a bad decision and lets this opportunity pass you by. Be one of the people that has this opportunity in front of them and takes the time to explain what happened so the people who get to look at this and review what happened have an understanding of why it happened. If they don't have an understanding of why it happened, what do you think they're going to assume with all the things that we've told you tonight? Okay, how do you think that's going to turn out for you? So with that understanding, talk to me about what happened that night. This is your opportunity to tell us what happened.
You think?
No, the saying that you weren't there, you know, isn't true.
You think if I knew a story, I wouldn't tell. If I'm known from the
I do. I think sitting in your position, you'd probably be scared to tell what's going on. But also, we're trying to help you understand the position that you're in, the opportunity that you have in front of us to tell us what happened, so we can understand and explain to the people who get to make decisions what happened. What can we do to make it? Has anybody threatened you to not tell us what happened that night? What can we do to make you feel comfortable to tell us what happened that night? But that's what we don't want. We don't want you to keep being untruthful to us. I don't know how to explain it to you. We're talking to you for a reason. You're on video in the guy's apartment. There's no mistake about that. There's no mistake about the person who saw you leaving there. There's no mistake about the fact that we found the stolen items in your apartment that you're occupying. Understand, like, grasp the opportunity that's in front of you and explain to us what happened that night. Are you doing that because you're worried about the people that you were with that night?
I don't know if you worry. I ain't doing that. I'm sure. I'm just saying.
So is it somebody else that you were with that did something?
How did you guys get up to Bayview in the first place? Did you ride your bike up there? Did they give you a ride? How did this happen? Okay, Neil, that's not the truth. So you're willing to just not tell your side of the story and just go to jail for this?
There's nothing to tell.
That's what you want it to stick with. You don't want to talk.
I do go for
You don't want to tell your side of the story.
I do go praise for this. I know I'm gonna get out for this. I know I have this over so
Then who was it?
That's your job to find out. I don't know.
Hey, listen to me on this. You know that you were there with other people. You're not taking advantage of the opportunity. We're eventually going to catch up to those other people. What do you think happens to your opportunity when they start taking advantage of an opportunity? And like I said, I've been doing this for a while. If you think for 1 second they're not going to take advantage of an opportunity that's in front of them, I can tell you most of the time people do. And what do you think is happening to your opportunity when they take advantage of it? Take advantage of your opportunity. You can. You're choosing not to right now. What can we do to make you feel comfortable? It's not a question of if you were there. We know you were there.
They're not lying. They hammer home more emotional appeals to the young man, but he denies everything and eventually lays his head down on the table.
Probably the protector of that house. You're the man of the house. Is that an accurate statement? Mm-hmm. You look out for those two ladies. Those are the ladies of your life. And you're willing to put all that aside to not tell your side of the story, which could have some logical explanation of what happened that night. We know you were there. I just need to know why. But you're willing to give that up. Picture your mother, picture your sister, and who's going to protect them now? I mean, seriously, these are things you got to think about. How would you feel about that? They got left. If you ended up doing prison time, how would you feel about that? Knowing that there's no one out there protecting them.
I'd be sick knowing I got locked up for something.
But no care about your mother or sister.
Yeah, of course I care about them.
Well, that's not what you said. You said you'd be sick about yourself.
I'm sick about sisters and all that. Trying to do, they can't talk to me when they want to, you know.
Start small. Tell us whose idea it was. You can start small. Tell us a little bit about what happened. If you don't want to talk about yourself, tell us about who you were with. Is it because you're the shooter? Is that the reason why you don't want to talk to us? Because you think this doesn't get any better for you? Look at me, Neil. Is that why you don't want to talk to us? Because you're the one who did the shooting?
I don't want to talk because there's nothing to talk about. I wasn't there.
If you didn't do the shooting, why don't you tell us who did? We know you were there.
I wasn't there.
Talk to us, Neil.
I'm trying.
Come on, lift your
You're
head up and talk to
not.
us.
You're sleeping, and I'm having a conversation with
I've
you.
been here like
Be
an
a-
hour and a half waiting, and now y'all trying to blame me for murder. Y'all just expect me to just sit here and tell everything when there's nothing to tell because I wasn't even there.
What I'm asking you to explain to me is why you were in a dead man's apartment. That's what I'm asking for you to explain to me. Why were you in there?
I wasn't.
How do you know him?
No, who?
You're going to tell me you don't know Lou. Really?
Who is who?
Okay. You might not know him by name, but you'd know him by dead body. I'm sure of that. If I put a picture of his dead body up here, I'm sure that might ring a bell from that evening.
I've never seen a dead body before. On TV, but not in real life.
Well, I don't get it. I don't get why you wouldn't want to protect yourself.
I'm trying to, and I believe it.
Was it your idea or somebody else's? Was it your idea, Neil, or somebody else's?
What idea?
To go over there that night.
So are you saying that we're lying?
I'm just saying I'm lying. I was like, yeah.
How are you going to explain to us how your DNA got in his house? And how your fingerprints got in that house? Explain that to me.
I don't know my fingerprints now. What's that?
But your DNA is.
I don't know my DNA's not in his house.
Why would it be in there? Have you ever rented an apartment over there? Help explain it to me. Have you ever rented an apartment over on Bayview before?
No,
Do you have any friends on Bayview?
nothing.
Okay, I can't understand you. You are, sit up like a man. Sit up like a man so I can understand what you're saying. I can't hear you. I'm talking to you clearly. I'm showing you respect. You're not showing me any respect.
I am tired. I keep telling you. I just haven't been here for like 2 hours, basically.
Have you ever rented an apartment on Bayview?
No,
Have you guys ever stayed there?
no.
Okay, so your DNA should not be in that apartment of the dead man.
I know it's not.
And you know your fingerprints are not.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're in there, then you're lying right now. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not willing to give a new DNA. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
And why was that again? I'm sorry, I missed that part. Because you know what's in there.
By this point, the evidence against Neil Prince is overwhelming. Detectives recover his DNA inside Lou Barfield's apartment, along with fingerprints matching items ransacked from the scene. They find the shoes and chain, plus a brown leather bag inside Prince's home. His Facebook messages and posts seal the case. In the days before the murder, Prince had messaged friends about needing money and hitting a lick. After the killing, he bragged about the robbery, even admitting, "This shit was fun. No cap. I got to do it again." He tried to cover himself by claiming he bought the stolen items on LetGo. But when detectives checked, the email addresses he gave wasn't linked to any LetGo account. Within days, witnesses said they saw him wearing Lou's chains and shoes, and his phone records tied him to the others that night. The physical evidence, the digital trail, and the messages all told the same story, and eventually it was enough to charge him with an open murder and felony firearm. But there's a final missing piece. One of Lou's friends comes to detectives on January 23, 2019, more than a year after Lou was murdered, and he has something they need to hear.
I end up finding out a couple things that didn't, everybody in Lansing is talking. And what the word is, nobody's trying to say who the real shooter is.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell y'all that the person that y'all got in custody for is not the shooter.
Okay.
But he's still probably going to be charged with the same thing because he was in the house stealing with the person that was shooting.
Okay.
So my whole thing was, everybody was telling me like, well, yeah, it was somebody else.
And who is that person? Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
So when everybody was telling me what was going on with him, I'm like, well, I'm not even really tripping about who the other shooters was because he plays football for 6 and he can shoot the person and he was just there stealing out of the house while somebody's killed. He's not about to go to do prison and like he's gonna talk. So I'm like, somebody else's name gonna be brought up. And I feel like if you ask me, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know who did it or, because I've just been traumatized because off of the strength, I brought him to Lansing.
Yeah.
So everybody because everybody that he knows, I brought him on. I introduced him to him.
Okay.
It's like he didn't know nobody down here but me.
Right.
And so
So you heard that name. You heard that we have him in custody. Have you heard the names of the other people there?
No, they was
or
just
how many were there?
No, I was just seeing Facebook posts that people was showing me on their phones. Was talking about like how he had made a status and was like he tripped across the plug, doubled back on the plug and he didn't see it, and they didn't see a thing and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
But like I'm like before he got locked up, he didn't even get a chance to delete none of the stuff that's off his posts. Like Lou was in a gang, but not a gang. It was a rapping gang.
What's the name of that?
I think it's called 42 or something like that. So I was going down the
like 42 Dougs or 42 Dubs or what is it?
Lou don't do nothing to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking like, okay, if somebody came to the house and shot him, they was probably intending on coming over there for trade, but turned out that's not what it was. They was trying to rob Lou, and it must have went wrong or something, and they didn't get what they were supposed to get.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, DeQuante was the one that was locked up, and they saying that all he did was steal. It's
that's on Facebook or on the street or what?
That's just out on the streets. Everybody just out on the streets talking about he was just in the house stealing. But
okay.
I don't know too much of what happened because like I said, I wasn't there, and a lot of people are not gonna tell me nothing because if I make a status on Facebook saying rest in peace, DeQuante was liking my post. So before I found out it was DeQuante, I would have never even knew. He's liking my Facebook post about all the stuff. I'm like, everything was weird, and then they made the news, and it was all over Facebook, and everybody was like, right. So now everybody calling my phone because they know I'm the closest to him, and I don't know nothing to do with him.
Okay.
He's locked up.
Yeah, I got you. So if somebody tells you, if the word on the street is that he's there, he's stealing, but he's not the shooter, then somebody knows who the shooter is.
That's what that's what everybody been at. That's what with me and my girlfriend.
So who do I talk to? Who's the person I talk to?
That's what I don't know. Me and my girlfriend, everybody been trying to figure that out. Like somebody knows something.
Yeah.
Somebody knows something, and I feel like it's somebody close to me because.
Then, a third suspect emerges after a corrections officer at a juvenile detention facility in the area overhears a kid bragging about a murder that, to Lansing PD, will sound oddly familiar. That corrections officer would talk to police in February of 2019.
So, I don't really remember my position is how I got to by his room. I might have been about to do a room check or something, but he had came in from seeing his JCO, and he had went back to his, maybe I should go back earlier. Okay, so he went to his room. So I'm not sure if I was doing a room check or I might have followed him to his room. I really can't recall.
Okay.
But as he was walking, he was hype, and he was hype about, he was saying how, he was like, I'm not getting out anytime soon, but but they was like, he was like, they don't know about that body in December at this apartment or something. But I probably wouldn't have paid him no attention if he didn't say that. because he always is yelling and just being extra. So he went back to his room, and then I kind of stood on. They know something about Lansing Imperial Gardens, or I don't know, some garden.
Okay.
They know about that, and he was like, but they don't know about that other stuff that we did, and blah blah blah. And then he went on about the Boys and Girls Club. He was going about so much stuff. I just was trying to hurry up and write all this stuff down. And he was going and going and going. And that's how we got all that stuff. I don't remember the order, but it was going like that. And like I said, he wouldn't have said something negative like that, I probably just would have blew him off. But I was like, what is he talking about?
Right.
And then that's how he started going. He was like talking to himself. But I don't know if he was thinking he was talking to him and he was hearing him, because he didn't respond when he first popped it off like that.
Okay.
And he wasn't as yelling as loud as he was when he. That's what I'm thinking. I must have been walking with him to his room, or I just was outside of his room.
So who did he just finish speaking with?
His JCO, Miss White.
Miss White. Oh, okay. Oh, I need to call her then. He was glad the police didn't bring up that body at the apartment in December that they.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk in like direct quotes exactly what he said. He said that body that we did with Divot and Neil.
Yes.
Okay. Back in December. And those are like exact words.
And yeah, for 18th night or that night. So
you don't know which it.
Yeah, I can't put it on. Yeah.
It's nice that they were doing so much criminal activity that we
don't even know. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. Neil's the only one he got caught because they had a Glock 9.
And I'm telling you, he was going from so many things, so the Glock 9 could have been to that, or could have been something else that they did.
Oh, okay. All right. Neil is getting out in March. That ain't sticking, according to them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I couldn't imagine us doing life. And what do you think he means by that?
I feel like with all that going on, because it was all in that conversation, he kept talking about life, and he was out in March, and blah, 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 blah. My nigga getting out in March. That's what he just kept saying.
But when he says, I couldn't imagine us doing life, do you think that means doing life in prison?
That's what I would assume.
Okay.
That juvenile was Willie Lee Fletcher, who was 15 years old at the time, but who would be charged as an adult anyway. He would eventually talk to police and incriminate both Anthony Brown and Neil Prince. However, since he was underage, his full interview remained sealed from the public record. Prosecutors charged Fletcher with open murder and felony firearm. He later pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and received a 25 to 60-year sentence in state prison. Anthony Brown, who had first walked into the station on his own, was also charged with open murder, armed robbery, and felony firearm. He maintained that he never pulled the trigger, but his own statements, phone evidence, and Fletcher's testimony undercut every defense. Brown, too, was convicted and given a minimum of 25 years behind bars. Neil Prince, the last to fall, faced the most direct evidence: his DNA, the stolen property, and the messages that read like a confession. He was convicted of first-degree felony murder and felony firearm, earning a mandatory life sentence without parole. Lou Barfield's murder started over dice and a few $1,000s. 3 young men thought they could play a game, take what wasn't theirs, and walk away. But this time, the house really did win, because the cameras never blinked.